When John finished setting up his projects, he heads for Vale Beacon, in particular landing pad. His private jet lands and he disembarked to find groups of students coming in and out. John, looks like the festival is in full swing. Tony, indeed sir, it made it easy to squeeze in with the other flights. John, security is sure lax. Tony, I believe some interference could be underway as crime rate is up more than the usual boss. He walks across the courtyard as someone saw him and gasped it was Pyrrha, who was on her usual jog. Pyrrha. John. He looks at her and he rose a brow. Tony, I'll take this time to say I told you so, that a black tracksuit and shades is not the apt disguise for someone like you, sir. John, haha Tony, just shove it. Pyrrha. John, what are you? Are you? Okay. John, I'm fine. Pyrrha, not worse for wear. Pyrrha, where have you been all this time? Why didn't you contact any of us? Does your family even know you're alive? John, yeah, I informed them first and now I gotta tell the school. The two of them walk towards the tower. Pyrrha, are you gonna come back? John, I don't know actually. Pyrrha, Mr. Genius doesn't know something for once, she said with a smirk. John, that's some snark you picked up. Pyrrha, I had to. I was stuck with the leader role and I had to toughen up. Oh, good for you. They arrived at the headmaster's office and Oshpin looked up from his paperwork to greet them, only for him to stand up. Oshpin, Mr. Ark? John, greetings and bienvenue headmaster. Oshpin, we thought you were gone. Mr. Ark, what brings you here? John, just to clear things up, I know the council is on your case about my death. Oshpin, that is just a part of my problems. John, what happened? Pyrrha, is it about the docks incident? John, alright, I need some catching up. Oshpin explains that multiple instances has now piled up together as a vote of no confidence is being set upon him. It started with a few vigilante instances from RWBY and Yang, and then John's death. Now they have Blake, who instigated the docks incident and the highway incident. If Oshpin doesn't get these students under control, he will be replaced. John, well, let me get my death off that list. And what is this about the docks? Oshpin, I had to cover for Miss Belladonna's interference with the White Fang on the docks. Capturing some of their members wasn't enough to waive the collateral damage their fight caused. John, I guess you have your hands full. Oshpin, indeed Mr. Ark. I need a little break for now. John, care for a game? Pyrrha, a game. John, Headmaster Oshpin and I used to play a game of chess to simply pass time or talk. They set up the table and Oshpin grabbed a pot of coffee and the two sat. Pyrrha was observing their casual interaction with curiosity. Oshpin hands John a cup as he graciously took it. John then put out his hands. John, white goes first. Oshpin, you're giving me a handicap. John, you certainly need it. Oshpin, challenge accepted. He took the black piece, forfeiting the first move as John was given it. Pyrrha watched their game and wondered if this is how leaders strategize. Oshpin showed that he did improve, but it was still John's game as he noticed that Oshpin's weakness was still apparent. They kept going until John had to state it. John, you did get better, Headmaster, I give you that. As he lost one rook, knight and two bishops, Oshpin on the other hand lost both rooks and bishops along with one knight and a handful of pawns. Oshpin, how so? John, you still obsess over the queen. As he sips his cup of coffee as Oshpin now takes John's queen. Oshpin, it was worth it. John, are you sure? What? Oshpin didn't notice that his king was open. One square forward a room has covered. To its left a knight was cutting his escape off and a bishop on the other. Once Oshpin's queen was nearing John's king. He didn't realize a pawn was at his board's edge. John promoted the pawn back to being a queen. Oshpin's eyes widen as the queen was right on top of his king. He tries moving in any direction and found every square adjacent from it was covered by one of John's special pieces. Oshpin was trapped, and he was staring at the board. John, I see you still can't see the whole picture. That the lowly pawn could rise to being a powerful queen right behind you. Oshpin sighs and accepts defeat. Oshpin, I see, that was my problem. Thank you for pointing that out. He shook his hand and the two closed the game. Pyrrha was in disbelief as John outsmarted one of the wisest headmasters in history. John asked for his position to be temporarily put on hold due to him having other obligations, but Oshpin assures him that he still has a place amongst Beacon's finest. Then a ding came from the elevator. It was Glinda, who was accompanied by Ironwood. Glinda, Mr. Ark, you're alive. John, Yeah, I just got back from where I was transported from. Ironwood, transported. I heard from the reports that an explosion occurred at the dust class where you were pronounced dead. To think it was a teleportation effect. It could be a good investment for future technology. John. I'd suggest against it. It left me scarred and I was hospitalized due to the ensuing dust contamination. Massive lie, Ironwood. But still, a futurist like you would push through with this kind of discovery. John. And those people are called mad scientists, not futurists. I above all things know that there is a line we never cross. I will not discuss any more of that incident for anyone's sake. Ironwood, that's a shame. But it's good to see a gifted mind such as yourself is not lost. He nods to the general and they move to leave Oshban. Miss Nikos, may we have a word with you? She looked to John as he nods as she stayed behind. John enters the elevator and leaves the private meeting. John. Tony. Oni, yes boss. John. Infect the beacon archive with a virus. Specifically the part of the incident. Tony. You don't wish anyone to get said information? John. It's dangerous. As he looks to his hand and tried to generate his aura but still nothing. Tony. On it boss. Hold on. John, what is it? Tony. There's already a virus implanted in the CCT. John. Someone is up to no good. Fine, install the data-eating virus and make it look like that virus earlier is the cause. Have it be so obvious no one could ignore it. Tony, on it. They uploaded their own Technivore virus. Cameo, only don't even dare guys, it send our red signals as the tech teams and maintenance crews had to shut down the CCT to safely remove the virus. Tony. The data has been purged, sir. John, that's good. No one should have that power in this world. He then leaves the elevator knowing that something dangerous was out of even Atlas reach. There was then an explosion in the distance right at the center of Vale. John finds a secluded place and transformed he flew to the source of the chaos as he saw a breach in the plaza. As Grimm enters the kingdom unopposed, he noticed a team was already there trying to fend them off. It was Team RWBY. He saw multiple Grimm inching closer to them. As he launched a barrage of rockets at them. Team RWBY on the ground. Weiss. Watch yourselves. RWBY, Blake behind you. She flickers as a shadow clone got hit instead and she took out the attacker. Yang was bashing skulls left and right. Yang. There are so many of them. RWBY, don't give up. Then a rocket barrage wiped out the surrounding Grimm. John then lands right in front of the team. RWBY. Whoa. Blake. Is that an Atlas Knight? Weiss. Never seen it before and just look at the color scheme. Young, nice hot rod red. John. Manly robot voice, get down. They all knelt down as his panels and his gauntlets glow red. He then unleashed intense laser beams that cut through even metal as he spun in a wide circle, killing many of the Grimm in the process. He then ejects the burnt cartridges. RWBY. Holy cow. She was speeding around Iron Man, inspecting every part of his body. RWBY. Who are you? Where did you come from? Are you an alien? How many weapons are you packing? John. Whoa there, easy little Red Riding Hood. We still have a job to do. He noticed many more Grimm still coming. It was then reinforcements arrived to lend a helping hand. Glinda, Hort, Ublek, Team PNR, Sifi Y, Serdal, Sisen and more, even Cinder and her creeps. They were able to seal the breach and eliminate the Grimm before things even get worse. Nora. Who is that? She points to Iron Man as everyone looked over at the armored hero. Glinda. Who are you? And why are you here? John. I was just passing by and thought you could use a helping hand. Ironwood arrived along with his AKs and specialists. Ironwood. State your identity and purpose. John. Iron Man and I just help. Hold on. His HUD alerted him of movement and he scanned audio to hear a certain villain that needs an ass-kicking. John. Hold on. He flew at a wall and stared at it. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall. Cough cough asterisk finally got away from those annoying. Then a fist punched through the wall as he looked at the hand. He was then pulled through the wall and was thrown in the middle of the huntsman. It was revealed that the villain in question was the wanted criminal Roman Torchwick. John. He's all yours. Ironwood. Hold on, we need to debrief you. John. I'm not talking with you Atlas types. He then flew away. Ironwood. Stop him, we need answers. Neptune. Who was that guy? Cinder. Yeah, he is interesting. She said, laced with venom. Then the ships deployed a couple of assault craft went after Iron Man Atlas pilot. Bogey is unresponsive. Static Ironwood. Take him down, disable that machine. Atlas pilot 2 locking on. Meanwhile, Tony, Sir Lock on detected. Jaune flares. Once the ship launched a missile, it was instantly scrambled by the barrage of flares. Atlas pilot 2. Bogey deployed flares. Atlas pilot. That is not a simple robot. Jaune, Tony now. Tony's sonic flight engaged. Iron Man then entered subsonic flight and outfly the pursuit ship's Atlas pilot. I don't think we can catch that. Atlas pilot 2. It was so fast. Jaune then went back to Japan as he informed the pilot in Beacon to fall back to Japan. Iron Man was a wanted man. Chapter End.